Now, I know what you're thinking when you take a look at the flag of Slovakia. You're thinking that this is obviously a nation not to be trusted. I mean, it's right there in their coat of arms, a double cross. Well, I've got news for you. Those are hills and they're the wrong colour. Yes, I'm Mr. P. Yes, this is Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia. And yes, it looks like Slovenia. Welcome to a Pan-Slavic flags in 50 places. I'm venturing into the heart of Europe to explore one of its most underrated flags, the flag of Slovakia. Sure, it might look simple at first, but there's a ton of history, culture and symbolism packed into this red, white and blue banner. From medieval symbols to modern politics, we're diving deep into Slovakia's flag's history. Oh, and yes, I did insult an entire nation for a cheap gag, for which I'm truly sorry. Slovakia's flag has been flying high since before the country became an independent republic in 1993, but its story begins long before that. Back in the day, Slovakia was part of various larger entities, so its flags often weren't its own. For most of its history, Slovaks flew under banners of the Kingdom of Hungary, the Habsburg monarchy, and later Czechoslovakia. For centuries, this double cross on the hills represented the Slovak people, even when they didn't have a state of their own. Fast forward to the 19th century, around 1848, during the time of the revolutions in Europe, and the red, white and blue colours were officially adopted to show their solidarity with Slovak nations, and with that, to make the coat of arms their own, the Slovak people adopted the colours of the field from green to blue. And why did Slovakia choose the Pan-Slavic colours? Well, leading Slavic powerhouse Russia had adopted these colours in 1699, which went something like this. Here you are, Mr. Peter the Great. Your Dutch-made Navy boat delivered as ordered. Excellent, thank you. If you could just sign there, please. By the way, I like that little flag that you have. It's nice. Yeah, we went through a slight rebranding a while ago where we changed the orange into red, but it's essentially the same flag. You know, I like it so much. I want my Navy to have a flag, but one completely different to yours. While you have red at the top, white in the middle and blue at the bottom, my Navy flag will have white at the top, blue in the middle and red at the bottom. But you've simply moved the red from the top to the bottom of the flag. I know, I'm a genius. And so Slovakia adopted the same colour scheme. In the early 20th century, after World War I, Slovakia became part of Czechoslovakia and the flag changed again. The Czechoslovakia flag combined red, white and blue with the blue wedge representing the Slovaks. The flag became iconic as the country weathered world wars and political changes. But as you know, nothing lasts forever. In 1993, after the peaceful dissolution of Czechoslovakia, also known as the Velvet Divorce, Slovakia became its own country once again, and it needed a flag to match that new independence. Slovakia's modern flag kept the traditional Slavic colours, but they added the Slovak coat of arms to stamp their individuality on it. The coat of arms made all the difference, turning it into a uniquely Slovak symbol. It was that, or be exactly the same as the Russian flag, which would have caused confusion and misidentification. If you don't believe me, ask Haiti and Liechtenstein and their shared experience during the 1936 Olympics. Back to the coat of arms, the original green hills that turned blue represent the mountain ranges of Tetra, Marta and Fatra, and were reimagined by painter and heraldic artist Ladislav Cesaric and heraldic expert Ladislav Vetra when they were tasked in 1990 to simplify the coat of arms and use the Slavic colours of red, white and blue, hence the change from the colour of green. The vertical version follows my favourite rule when it comes to emblems and symbols on a flag, as the coat of arms rightly stays upright. So if you want to hang the Slovakia flag this way, well, you're going to have to buy a specially designed flag. As I mentioned, I'm here in Slovakia's capital, Bratislava, which officially has this swallowtail bicolour. While it may look like a variation of a theme of Poland's national flag, Bratislava takes its colours from the city's coat of arms, which is this striking three-towered castle, which many believe to be a representation of Bratislava Castle, or the three gates to the city. In fact, both thoughts are incorrect, and the true meaning is a generic castle to represent the city being fortified, making this one of the most heraldic pure coats of arms for a city depicting fortification. Now let's talk about the VIP flag, the presidential standard. When the president of Slovakia is around, you'll see this special flag flying.
Unlike the state flag, the presidential standard is fancy. It's basically the coat of arms with a red, white and blue fringe.
It's used at presidential residences and during official events when the head of state is in attendance. As I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, this flag is almost identical to its neighbour of Slovenia, and to find out how to tell them apart, there's an easy way which you can find out here, where we pay close attention to the coat of arms. Bon voyage!